Hello student. In last lecture we have started the topic that is ultrastructure of bacteria. So bacterial ultrastructure we have started, and as we know that ultrastructure is the structure which is seen under the electron microscope. So scanning electron microscope is there, and when we visualize bacteria or any other organism under that scanning electron microscope, we called it as ultrastructure. So this ultrastructure of bacteria, in last lecture we have discussed the topic that is the cell wall we have gone through, then cell membrane also we have discussed. Later on flagella we have completed, and in today's lecture we are going to concentrate on the inclusion bodies, ribosome, genetic material and plasmid. So cell wall, cell membrane and flagella, these three parts we have already completed, and these part are known as the external part. Now we are going to discuss the internal plant, which includes inclusion body, ribosomes, genetic material and the most important thing, that is plasmid. This part we are going to discuss in today's lecture. This is nothing but the typical structure we have seen in last lecture. Now after the capsule, cell wall, plasma membrane, there is presence of mesosomes, that is the internal material to the cell wall, and that we called it as a mesosome. Then cytoplasm is there. Cytoplasm is having the inclusion of plasmid, ribosome, nucleoid and the other bodies, we called it as a inclusion bodies. So these bodies are also seen under the electron microscope, or we can say in ultrastructure of bacterial cell. So today we are going to concentrate on mesosome, then the nucleoid, plasmid, ribosome and the inclusion bodies. So we, in last lecture we stopped our discussion with this particular, that is the flagella, two types of flagella. In gram negative bacteria we can observe the flagella like this, having the 4 different rings, and in gram positive bacteria only 2 rings are present at the base cell. So this is the difference we have seen in the last lecture. Now the internal membrane system or internal system does not contain complex membranous organelles like mitochondria and chloroplast. As we look at the eukaryotic cell, that eukaryotic cell is having the presence of mitochondria, chloroplast. These membrane bounded organelles are present. But in bacteria, these organelles are absent. Instead of these, there is mesosomes are observed, and that investigation of this, or it is nothing but the invagination of the plasma membrane, or we can say it is the increment of the plasma membrane, or it is the growth of the plasma membrane, and this plasma membrane growth will take out as a vesicle, tubule or lamellae. Thus they may be involved in cell wall formation during the division, or play a role in chromosome replication and distribution to the daughter cell. So that is nothing but the mesosome. What is mesosome? Mesosome is the invaginations of the plasma membrane. So that what happens, it is important for the cell division. It plays an important role in the growth of the bacterial cells. So that is nothing but the mesosome, which is observed in a majority of, or almost all bacteria shows this presence of mesosomes. Now the next most important part is known as inclusion body. A variety of inclusion bodies or granules of organic or inorganic material are present in cytoplasmic matrix or cytoplasm. आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की इन्क्लुजन बॉडीज ज्या बॉडीज आहेत ह्या सायटोप्लाझममध्ये असलेल्या ग्रॅन्युअल्सला आपण म्हणू शकतो, किंवा ऑर्गॅनिक किंवा इनऑर्गॅनिक मटेरियलला सुद्धा आपण इन्क्लुजन बॉडीज म्हणू शकतो. Used for storage and also reduce osmotic pressure by tying up molecules in a particular form. For example, polyphosphate granules, cyanophycin granules and some glycogen granules are there. Some example of membrane enclosed inclusion bodies are polyhydrobutyrate granules and some glycogens and sulfur granules or carboxysome and gas vacuoles are also present as the inclusion body. मग साध्या भाषेत सांगायचं तर inclusion bodies काय आहेत? इट इज नथिंग बट द ग्रॅन्युअल्स ऑफ ऑर्गॅनिक और इनऑर्गॅनिक मटेरियल. जे काही मटेरियल जास्त प्रमाणात आहे ते त्या सायटोप्लाझ्मिक मॅट्रिक्समध्ये किंवा सायटोप्लाझममध्ये दिसतं, अँड दॅट वी कॉल्ड इट ॲज अ inclusion bodies. Now along with this inclusion body, another bodies are also there, that is known as cyanophycean granules. They are generally present in cyanobacteria and are composed of large polypeptides containing approximately equal amount of amino acid, arginine and aspartic acid. Then next one is carboxysome. These are also present in cyanobacteria. They serves as reserve of this enzyme and may be a site of carbon dioxide fixation. So they are known as carboxysome. These are the inclusion body. Along with this, the next most important inclusion body is there, that we called it as a gas vacuoles. These organic inclusion body present in many cyanobacteria, purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. So gas vacuoles are also present. Moving to the next most important parameter which is present in the bacteria, that is known as ribosome. As we know that ribosomes are also present in the eukaryotic cell. बॅक्टेरिया ही प्रोकॅरियोटिक सेल आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा रायबोझोम दिसतो आणि यूकॅरियोटिक सेलमध्ये सुद्धा रायबोझोम दिसतो, बट देअर इज अ डिफरन्स. सो नाऊ when we talk about ribosome, these are smallest and most numerous of the cell organelle which is present in a bacteria. They are present in large number. Their purpose is protein synthesis for the cell own use, or for their own use they can produce the protein. So ribosomes are protein synthesis or used for protein synthesis. They consist of protein and RNA. याच्यामध्ये प्रोटीन आणि RNA नी तो रायबोझोम बनलेला आहे. They are located either free in cytoplasm or attached to the RER, that is ribosome or the endoplasmic reticulum. रफ endoplasmic reticulumला ते रायबोझोम्स अटॅच झालेले आपल्याला दिसतील. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट द रायबोझोम. व्हॉट इज रायबोझोम? दे आर स्मॉलेस्ट युनिट अँड प्रेझेंट इन न्यूमरस नंबर इन द बॅक्टेरिया. दे प्लेज अन इम्पॉर्टंट रोल इन द प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस and they are made up of protein and RNA, and they are located either free in cytoplasm or attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. Now here this is nothing but the ribosome. They are made up of two units. One unit is known as 13S and another is known as 15S. 13S नावाचा एक युनिट असतो आणि 50S नावाचा एक युनिट असतो. असे दोन युनिट जेव्हा एकत्र येतात तेव्हा हा जो रायबोझोम आहे, complete ribosome of 70S ribosome is produced. 70S, 17S, 70S means what? The 70 subunits are there, and that's why they are known as 70S ribosome, which is the characteristic feature of the ribosome of bacteria. Eukaryotic cell मध्ये हा जो रायबोझोम असतो हा 80S म्हणून असतो. That is the difference between the bacterial ribosome and the eukaryotic ribosome. 30 and 50, that will gives rise to 70S ribosome, whereas in eukaryotic cell 18S ribosomes are observed. Moving to the next, that is genetic material. As we know that genetic material is the most important requirement in all living organism to transfer the genetic information from one cell to another cell. So genetic material in prokaryotic bacterial cell has no particular nucleus. जसं eukaryotic cell आपण म्हणतो, eukaryotic cell मध्ये आपल्याला न्यूक्लियस दिसतो. Its genetic material and DNA are contained in a nucleoid. There is no membrane present, and that's why they are known as the nucleoid. So DNA present in a nucleoid. Now here you can see the structure of the nucleoid and the another structure that is known as plasmid. तर तुम्ही इथे असा एक क्रोमोझोमल किंवा असा एक सर्क्युलर स्ट्रक्चर तुम्ही बघत असाल. दॅट स्ट्रक्चर इज नथिंग बट द बॅक्टेरियल क्रोमोझोम, अँड इट इज नथिंग बट द जेनेटिक मटेरियल विच इज प्रेझेंट इन दी बॅक्टेरिया. अलॉंग विथ दॅट यू कॅन ऑल्सो ऑब्झर्व दी प्लाझमिड. एक प्लाझमिड सारखं स्ट्रक्चर तुम्हाला दिसत आहे, अँड दॅट प्लाझमिड इज नथिंग बट दी genetic material used for the protection of the bacteria. Now, many bacteria possesses plasmids in addition to their chromosome. कधी कधी प्लाझ्मिडच असतात, कधी कधी क्रोमोझोम प्लस प्लाझ्मिड पण असतात. These are double-stranded DNA molecule, usually circular, that can exist and replicate independently of the chromosome or may be integrated with it known as episome. तर हा जो प्लाझ्मिड असतो, हा प्लाझ्मिड स्वतः रेप्लिकेट होतो आणि स्वतःच काम करायला सुरू करतो, प्रोटेक्शनचं जे काम असेल ते. प्लाझ्मिड जीन्स कॅन रेंडर बॅक्टेरिया ड्रग रेजिस्टन्स, गिव्ह देम न्यू मेटाबॉलिक ॲबिलिटी, मेक देम पॅथोजेनिक ऑर एंडो देम विथ नंबर ऑफ अदर प्रॉपर्टीज. म्हणजे काय तर बॅक्टेरियाला जी काही रेजिस्टन्स मिळतो, जे काही त्याच्यामध्ये डेव्हलपमेंट होते, ॲबिलिटीज तयार होतात, मेटाबॉलिक ॲबिलिटीज किंवा पॅथोजेनिक बॅक्टेरिया ज्या तयार होतात, त्यासाठी या प्लाझ्मिडचा महत्त्वाचा रोल असतो. अँड हेन्स प्लाझ्मिड आर दी मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंटली रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दी drug resistance, then metabolic activities or for the pathogenic purposes. So these are nothing but the importance of plasmid. Now what are the types of plasmid? There are different types of plasmid. For example, fertility or F plasmid. These are capable of conjugation. म्हणजे एक बॅक्टेरिया आणि दुसरी बॅक्टेरिया या दोघांचं जेव्हा मेटिंगचा प्रकार म्हणू आपण, that will helps with the help of this particular F plasmid. So transfer genetic material between the two bacteria with the help of this F plasmid. The next one is resistance or R plasmid, which contain genes that can build a resistance against antibiotics or poisons and help bacteria in producing the pili. म्हणजे जे बॅक्टेरिया आहेत, काही बॅक्टेरिया असे आहेत जे की ड्रग रेजिस्टन्स किंवा आपण असं म्हणू अँटीबायोटिक्सला रेजिस्टंट असतात, तर ते रेजिस्टन्स हे आर प्लाझ्मिड त्या बॅक्टेरियामध्ये असल्यामुळे त्यांच्यामध्ये आलेलं असतं. सो देअर विल बी आर प्लाझ्मिड विच इज युजफुल फॉर दी रेजिस्टन्स. म्हणजे बॅक्टेरियामध्ये रेजिस्टन्स आणण्यासाठी हे आर प्लाझ्मिड महत्त्वाचे. अँड द नेक्स्ट कॉल प्लाझ्मिड विच कंटेन जीन दॅट डिटरमाइन द प्रोड्यूस ऑफ बॅक्टेरोसिन प्रोटीन दॅट कॅन किल अदर बॅक्टेरिया. म्हणजे सपोज एखाद्या ठिकाणी बॅक्टेरिया भरपूर प्रमाणात असतील, वेगवेगळे बॅक्टेरिया असतील, तर वेगळ्या बॅक्टेरियांना किल करण्यासाठी काही बॅक्टेरियांजवळ कोल प्लाझ्मिड नावाचं प्लाझ्मिड असेल. या कोल प्लाझ्मिडमुळे जे काही बॅक्टेरिया आहेत ते बॅक्टेरिया काहीतरी एन्झाईम प्रोड्यूस करतील किंवा काहीतरी एक्स्ट्रा मटेरियल प्रोड्यूस करतील आणि त्या एक्स्ट्रा मटेरियलमुळे बॅक्टेरिया जे वेगळे बॅक्टेरिया आहेत त्यांना किल करण्याचं किंवा मारण्याचं काम या कोल प्लाझ्मिडमुळे होईल. सो दीज आर नथिंग बट द टाइप्स ऑफ प्लाझ्मिड. अलॉंग विथ दिस डिग्रेडेटिव्ह प्लाझ्मिड इज देअर. डिग्रेडिव्ह प्लाझ्मिड म्हणजे असे प्लाझ्मिड जे डिग्रेडेशनमध्ये कामात येतात, विच अनेबल द डायजेशन ऑफ अनयुज्युअल सबस्टन्सेस लाईक टॉलिन. टॉलिन नावाचं केमिकल आहे. या टॉलिन नावाच्या केमिकलला डायजेस्ट करण्याची जी कॅपॅसिटी बॅक्टेरियामध्ये डेव्हलप होते, दॅट इज ड्यू टू द डिग्रेडिव्ह प्लाझ्मिड. हा चौथ्या प्रकारचा प्लाझ्मिड आहे, डिग्रेडिव्ह प्लाझ्मिड. या प्लाझ्मिडमुळे डिग्रेडेशनची जी प्रोसेस बॅक्टेरिया करतात, कुठल्याही प्रॉडक्टचं डिग्रेडेशन किंवा संपवण्याचं काम जे करतात, दॅट इज ड्यू टू दिस डिग्रेडिव्ह प्लाझ्मिड. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट दी टाइप्स ऑफ प्लाझ्मिड. सो in today's lecture we have seen the different internal parameter like mesosomes. Okay, then along with mesosomes we have seen inclusion bodies, ribosome, plasmid and the genetic material which is present in the bacteria. So watch this video 2 times to understand the properties, or we can say the ultrastructure of bacteria, particularly the internal ultrastructure of the bacteria.